Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Retro Warriors episode 527. Woo! As always, I'm your host, Justin Baker, and as always, I'm joined by viable human Chris Saturn.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Saturn.
How's it going?
We've arrived. It's going.
Yeah.
It's going. It's been a busy week. My kid's back in school, so been getting up early in the mornings.
It feels so early in the year for school.
I mean, mid-August? Like, that's
I guess
what
it's
it always
mid-August
is.
now. It still feels like early August.
No, it's the 14th.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
our first day was the 12th, so, you
Dang.
know, it's one of those things.
I still have some of my yearbooks from elementary school, and back then my school would always print what the first day of the next year of school would be on the last page. It would be like, we'll see you back on whatever date. And for one of them, I think it was like my second or third grade one, it was like, we'll see you back on September 7th. And I was, that is not the case anymore.
No. So yeah, I've been having to get up early in the morning and do all that shit. But you know, it's been a week, and I'm out of town this weekend, so it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy times. Anyway, my week.
Yeah.
Even though, so we record in batches and we try to do these chronologically.
Uh-huh.
So since we go 2 weeks between recording, normally when we talk about our weeks on the first episode, we talk about what we did kind of in the first week between recordings. And in the second week, it's stuff we did in the second week between recordings.
Yeah.
But I'm moving this one up because I want to inform anybody that maybe also wants to play with me. I started or returned to, I guess, very technically, to Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah.
It had come up in the chat, and I'd kind of been wanting an MMO lately, but I didn't want to go back to EverQuest, and because everyone I was playing with has inevitably vastly out-leveled me, and I'd have to make new friends, and I don't want to do that. And then I even started installing WoW, and then was like, what am I fucking doing? I don't like WoW. And so I kind of was flip-flopping there a little bit. But Final Fantasy XI had come up in the chat. And I was like, you know, I should try 11. I haven't tried it since 2012 was the last time I tried it. Well, at least that's what my account implies. I thought I had tried it again since then, since living in this house. But I don't know. Either there was no record or I did not.
Or you used a different account somehow.
Or I used a different account, or maybe I'd use that same account, and so it doesn't show anything from later. It just shows their creation in 2012. Anyway, I'm playing Final Fantasy XI, and I'm, I don't know, a dozen hours in, maybe more.
Which back in the day would have meant that you were still in the first town.
Nowhere, yeah. No, I'm level 38 now.
Dang.
38 Black Mage,
progress.
21 Thief, 20 Warrior is my current job listing. But yeah, so I didn't know this. They added a thing called trusts, which basically is on-demand NPCs that you can summon. I think once you get all of your trust slots unlocked, you can have up to 6 of them. It's kind of like what do they call it in 14?
They also have trusts in 14.
Okay, so you can do them like in the overworld and like wherever you want.
No, you can't do an overworld. It's only in dungeons and instanced areas.
Dungeons, instant stuff. Yeah.
In the overworld, the only thing you get is your Chocobo companion.
Okay, so this is kind of the it's the same idea, but you can summon them anywhere. So when you're doing just zone leveling, you can run around with a full party.
Right.
And the game really gives you a shitload of them real early on. It's like, here's a bunch of them, and then here's login points to go get more.
Nice.
So you effectively have a full NPC party accessible to you at all times. And so that makes the game a lot easier. On top of the normal just sort of quality of life stuff that they've kind of layered onto it over the past 20 years. And I've been following the new player guide on the wiki and having a really good time with it. I've been really genuinely enjoying it. I forgot how once you strip away all of the insane difficulty and bullshit, it's a pretty fun job system.
Yeah, my only real complaint with it back in the day was just having to wait forever to form parties, and then
so long and so difficult. Yeah. And so it really kind of removes that. The downside is it's a little less social just by its nature. I've still had some good chats with people and added some people to my friends list and joined a link shell and stuff. But since everyone has NPC parties, there's no real impetus to play with other humans.
Right.
So with that said, if anyone is playing Final Fantasy 11 or was thinking about returning to Final Fantasy 11, then I'm on Bahamut and you can come play with me and it's a good time.
Nice.
And I will play with you and we will have fun. I did learn that you can party with other people and still summon your trusts.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah,
have
we tried that.
really, really giant parties. Yeah.
I mean, you're still maxed out at 6 people in a party, though.
I don't. I think that is still the case with trusts, but I don't know for sure. Because I thought I might have misread. I thought you unlock eventually 6 trust slots, which with you would be 7 people, including your player.
Well, I
but I
assume
might
it
also
just
have
won't
just
let
been
you use
misreading.
all your trust slots if there's another human in the party.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Now I was using we played and I used 4, and then we would have been 6.
Yeah.
So once you get trusts, I'd be interested to see if we can break 6. I don't know.
I believe
have no
6
idea.
is max party size in 11.
I think so too, but also trusts are weird, so I
Yeah.
have no idea. But I will say the game is a quarter century of solid updates and content. So there's a shitload to decipher. It's a big, giant, knotted ball of confusing yarn.
Yeah.
But
I still have the strategy guide that was printed in 2003, so that'll help,
sure
right?
that's fucking useless. But I am in that kind of old school MMO sense having a really, really good time with it. I'm kind of shocked how
Nice.
good of a time. I went into it being like, yeah, I'll probably play it for a week and then get bored, and I'm really enjoying it. So anyone who's been thinking about it, come jump in. We can make a link shell for the Discord or something and play and not know what the fuck we're doing and have fun.
Right.
It'll be a good time. Also still pecking away at Trails of Cold Steel in the tiniest, most microscopic increments. And enjoying it well enough.
Yeah.
It is a game, and I've played so little that I really can't even say. I'll sit down and play it for like 20 minutes.
Have you played enough to even remember the characters' names between sessions?
I don't remember them right now because I haven't played it in a week.
All right.
I don't remember any of their names right now. But they do repeat their names constantly, like
do.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
First and last name. So
And
that's
true.
annoying and useful, I guess.
And sometimes in battle, they will call out each other's names if they are partnered.
Yeah, so, is what it is. I also played, Andrew came over, and me and him and my daughter all played Brotato, which I
Nice.
maintain is still the best all-ages multiplayer game ever. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's not Bomberman.
It's better than Bomberman. I like
That's-
Brotato more than Bomberman.
You're allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
Because Brotato is cooperative, and I don't want to be. I want to be cooperative in all of my multiplayer endeavors. I don't want to play against humans. It gives me anxiety.
Bomberman is one of the few times where I don't mind playing against humans because I'm just as likely to blow myself up as anyone else.
Nah,
So it
bugs me
feels
in
more like
Bomberman, too.
organized
I don't-
chaos than it does
don't
like an
like it.
actual competition.
You're also really good at Bomberman,
Maybe.
so that helps. Also, I think I forgot to mention on the show, I'd picked up and played a few hours of Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced Edition that just recently came out.
Yeah.
That I think Beamdog is still doing it. I'm pretty sure it's them. And it's Neverwinter Nights 2, which is a huge pain in the ass to get to run on modern computers, so it works, but it's also still... Like, Neverwinter Nights 2 is kind of a jank game, even when it came out. And they make it run true to what Neverwinter Nights 2 was, which is still kind of weird and jank, But it's a good time. I played through a few sections. I've gotten out of the starting village. I took on a thief stronghold. I've done a couple little quests. I've built my party up. And it's a good time. If you liked the Neverwinter games and you never got to play Neverwinter Nights 2, I think it's worth looking at. It's pretty cool.
Neat.
Definitely technologically, just presentation wise, a step up over the original game by quite a bit, which is nice,
Yeah.
And that's it. Saturn, what have you been playing?
Oh, you think I've been playing things?
Yeah, you've been playing them video games.
Yeah. I'm still chipping away at Shadow Labyrinth. Going pretty slow though.
You were lukewarm last recording session.
So I have so many conflicting emotions on it because it's super charming. It's really super charming, but it's also really difficult. Well, it's not even that difficult. It's just it has that very deliberate combat style where you can't just like mow through enemies as you walk through a room. You have to stop and fight each one and dodge and block and all that shit. And I don't like that in a platformer. And of course it has the dodge roll and the Estus flasks that refill every time you get to a save point and all the very Dark Soulsy stuff, which I am also not a fan of. But the actual like moment to moment search action gameplay is neat, but also the map design is terrible. Like whoever designed this map has clearly never designed a search action map, and they're not good at it.
All right.
And so I'm conflicted because it's super charming, but I don't think it's a good game.
Yeah.
And that's kind of ruining it for
Maybe
me.
you would say it's an interesting game.
Yeah, it is definitely
Something
an
that
interesting.
You're not going to come to for really good design.
No.
But maybe it's just interesting.
Yeah,
because of
it is
the
neat to have
elements
the little Pac-Man elements mixed in where you just randomly become Pac-Man, and that's cute. But it's attached just not a great game, and that's I don't think I can recommend it. It's certainly not a full price. I can't recommend it. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not worth
isn't
that.
it? It's $30 full price.
I think it was 40 if I remember right.
Hmm.
Well, that
It
might
had
have been
come
because I had
out-
to import it.
If it was like $14.99 or under,
yeah.
I would have bought it day one. But it came out and it was just high enough that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait and see what people say.
Yeah. Other than that, me and Andrew were playing some Mario Kart World on the Switch 2 yesterday.
Have they updated that? They made it any better? Or
They
is it
did.
just
They
kinda
did push a couple of
trucking along?
updates. I haven't noticed any of them.
It's stability.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
so much.
incredibly
It's so
stable.
stable now, Saturn. You have no fucking idea.
Yeah, maybe they
Stable as
updated something I
shit.
haven't touched yet. But we're on the 150cc now, trying to clear all the cups on that, and it is much more aggressive than the old ones were, and maybe it's just because there are 24 racers all the time now.
That is a lot. Yeah.
But it is incredibly aggressive, and both Andrew and myself are incredibly derogatory towards all the AI opponents. We're
All
just,
right. Yeah.
we have become mean towards them, which granted, they're mean to us too. We just can't
I think
hear it.
societally, we've all kind of turned on AI.
That's true.
So I think that's okay. That's par for the course at this point.
My biggest complaint about the game is still all of Donkey Kong's motions. Like everything he does in the game, they could remove and it would be fine. Because if he taps you or he hits you with something, he immediately dabs like it's 2014 or whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of his other motions are also "Hello, fellow kids." Like I couldn't name any of them, but just watching them, I'm like, well, that's uncomfortable.
That does kind of track for Donkey Kong, though.
I guess.
That kind of works for me. Like Donkey Kong is this like out of touch, middle-aged dad figure of like, nah, I'm still cool, and you're like, oh my god, dude, stop.
Yeah, he definitely has
it kind
that
of
vibe.
works for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay with it.
But yeah, it's still fun. It's still Mario Kart, and that's still fun. I like some of the new courses. I don't like that you don't get to play 3 laps of them in the Grand Prix. But it is what it is. Also, I learned that the battery on my Switch 2 Pro controller does not hold its charge for weeks of no playing like the Switch 1 Pro controller
It's
does.
a downgrade.
Yeah, because I picked up my Switch 1 Pro controller and was going to let Andrew use the Switch 2 Pro controller. And the Switch 1 Pro controller turned right on, still had full battery charge and everything. And the Switch 2 Pro controller was completely dead. So we had to charge that during the session. It is apparently for $90 or $95 or whatever the fucking controller cost. Its battery is not as good as the one on the Switch 1 Pro controller.
More interesting than the Switch 2 to me, because honestly, the Switch 2 has been pretty boring.
Yeah, it's vanilla.
It's that's kind of my whole complaint with the announcement. It was like exactly enough to make you sort of want it a little. The discourse around the controller has been fascinating to me. That like iFixit came out and what they say in their rating is a piss poor excuse for a controller. The backlash, the constant waves of backlash of no, we love it, it's our favorite. No, it's the worst piece of shit ever made. Has been fascinating to watch.
It's a comfortable controller, I will say that.
Sure,
but
a lot of controllers are comfortable and they cost $20.
Right? Yeah, it is. I cannot justify its price, and I would not recommend it to anyone. it's just not worth that. Like if you get one on clearance for $30, sure, it's a fine
Sure.
controller.
Totally. Yeah.
I after watching the iFixit video on how to tear it down, it made me realize like you have to. So did you watch the video?
I looked at some stills of it. Looks like you got to pry the faceplate off.
You got to pry the faceplate off, and watching that made me realize that my faceplate is slightly come up on mine.
Oh.
Like out of the box, like day one.
Yeah.
Like I had noticed that it was not quite flush there, but I just assumed that's how the controller was. But after watching their video, I realized, no, mine is lifted a little bit. So
that's okay. That's not going to bother you.
Yeah,
Not someone like you, Saturn.
My
You won't be
nearly
suddenly-
$100 controller isn't perfect, but that's totally okay.
My brother's had a sticky trigger right out of the box. Just very
That's
bizarre.
annoying. Yeah.
Let's do some news.
Yes, sir.
First up, the GOG Dream List, which for people that don't know is a big list of user-submitted games that people want to see on GOG, and then everyone can vote on them.
Right.
Was flooded with alleged fake votes for Digimon World.
No,
I maintain
they're found to be fake.
No. Maybe they were real. I'm just saying.
There just happened to be thousands of fans in one location, all at the same IP address.
Maybe they were having a convention. I'm just saying we should count the votes. Okay. No. I demand a recount.
I have so many jokes I want to make that I'm not going to make about this.
Me
so
too.
We can just move on.
I'm in my head. As we were leading up to this section of the notes, I was like, "Can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that." No, that sucks. I would love to see Digimon
I'm just
World
saying
on
we
PC.
shouldn't have let Dominion run the Dream List.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that sucks, but at least they caught it. I mean, the Dream List has gotten games put on GOG.
Yes.
It's not just some bullshit community thing. Like, it has led to games showing up. So
Capcom at least has been paying attention to it, and I am grateful for that. I haven't noticed
And I
too
will
many other
say,
developers actively
I
paying
love
attention
this
to it.
as an alternative to shit like Kickstarter or
Right.
whatever. Like, I would rather see this community votes than like
Then a
a
change.org
corporation
petition.
going to Kickstarter or change.org, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people like on a platform, like if you put this right here in this store, I will buy it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that.
Yeah.
Next up, my RSS feeds were flooded with this. Nintendo of America tried to give Pikachu, quote, huge breasts, according to unearthed interview.
And the sub headline was something like, "We will never allow anyone to see these images. They will never make.
Yeah, they won't.
They will never come to light." And let
I
me
forget
just
who
say,
the interview is even with because it's been 2 fucking weeks. But,
let me just say, Nintendo of America, we don't need to see those images. The internet took care of that.
Yeah, I've already seen the images. I've been seeing them for years.
The internet
what are you talking about?
was flooded with Pikachu with huge breasts 25 years ago, sir. It's fine.
God damn it. It completely plays into, I imagine, Jackass Miyamoto. You know, they're like, what if we made this game, so it's like beetle fighting, but you collect little monsters? He's like, oh, what if one of them had big tits?
Now, apparently it was Nintendo of America because they thought that Pikachu was too cute for American audiences.
So put tits on him?
So just give him big old titties.
Yeah, okay, so the little electric mouse is cute, but what if you had some big milkers? What if we just...
Just huge tracts of land. God.
Jigglypuff's nice. Put tits on that one too.
No, give Jigglypuff a big old dick.
To go with the tits.
Yeah.
It's got some...
and Squirtle should just have like an enormous nutsack, like a Tanuki.
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Nintendo Switch 2 sales are approaching 6 million units as Nintendo raises prices on the Switch 1 in more countries, including the US, because fuck you if you just go, I'll just buy an original Switch.
Yeah.
They're probably cheap now. They're fucking not.
Nope,
They're going
not anymore.
up.
Yeah, the OLED model I think is $400 now, which is nearly the price of a Switch 2.
It's only $50 cheaper.
Yeah. And it is more expensive than a Series S again.
Can I just say that if I didn't know better, I would say that Nintendo's artificially trying to pad sales numbers on the Switch 2 by making it just a better value than the Switch 1.
But you have to remember, Microsoft had also raised prices on the Xbox a year or so ago.
This is true.
Oh no, it
This
was
is
less
true.
than a year. It was just a few months ago.
Honestly,
God, this year has been way too long.
Honestly, I think Nintendo slashed the price of the Switch 2. I think they wanted to release it at a higher price.
Yeah, I
and this
agree.
is them paying that cost elsewhere, which is kind of not cool.
And even if they didn't want to release it at a higher price, I think they retroactively wanted to, just because of world conditions since the
tariffs
console
and
was
shit.
completed.
Yeah, totally. Gothic Classic Collection coming to last gen and current gen consoles in 2026. This is one of those series I always wanted to get around to and just kind of never did. It was sort of Diablo adjacent.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And have not ever played them, so maybe I'll check them out with the Classic Collection.
Yeah.
Microsoft confirmed $27 billion in net income during the same quarter. It laid off 9,000 people. Where do you think some of that money came from, Saturn?
Probably lottery winnings.
Right.
And also,
right,
they sold their Pog collection.
Oh no, that was their retirement. The Xbox exclusive version of Taiko no Tatsujin is being delisted in September 2025. So if you want to get Taiko no Tatsujin on Xbox,
now there is a second Taiko no Tatsujin game on Xbox, so you can play that one still, but that's the multi-platform one. But the one that was specifically Xbox exclusive, that had an Xbox exclusive set of tracks, which are just a mix of tracks from different games in the series. But if you want that one, it's going to be delisted, so jump on it. I caved in. It had been on my list for a while now, and I was like, fuck it. I gotta.
Yeah. The original artists behind Plants vs. Zombies, there's the new remaster coming out from EA, say that no one reached out to them about the remaster at all.
No, they said they were more than willing to have contributed HD artwork to everything. They would have been very excited about it, but nobody asked them. So EA probably farmed it out to an AI.
Yeah, I would be shocked if a human being touched any of that art.
Right?
They probably just fucking tweeted it at Grok or whatever. Jesus Christ.
I hate the future, Justin.
I hate it too. It sucks.
Yeah, let's just go back to Virtual Boy.
It would have sucked anyway, but it seems like some people want to definitely make it suck worse. And I'm just so annoyed.
Yeah.
Valve is adding an option to add custom sort by names for future games, or for games in future Steam update.
Yeah, so finally, your game list will no longer be Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 5.
Why couldn't they just make it understand what the fuck a Roman numeral was?
Well, I assume people might also want to organize things by other things. Like if you want to put Like a Dragon next to Yakuza, or Yakuza next to Like a Dragon.
That's true.
You can do it that way as well.
But that's good. I mean, most I know most media software and stuff has had that for years and years. Like sort by, like I know Plex has, you can sort things, so I can put
even
Kitchen
Emulation
Nightmares
Station had that
right next to Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares, which is the UK version of the show, so I can have them near each other.
Yeah,
that's important to me.
Right.
Square Enix has announced a DQ 1 and 2 HD 2D guidebook in Japan. Which, God, I hope it gets translated. I love guidebooks, and nobody fucking does them anymore.
Square Enix has been doing them, and Dark Horse has translated several of Square Enix's guidebooks in recent years. They did the Octopath Traveler one. They did the Nier ones. So I am hopeful, but not enough that I'm gonna place any bets or anything.
Yeah, but also Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D is hopefully a game that is not going to get a substantial amount of game-changing updates, so any guide would also be pertinent.
It's getting a lot of game-changing updates.
No. I mean, the game, once it releases, there's probably not going to be a lot of changes that occur to it.
I imagine.
So it could be a really good candidate for picking up a guide, because that's always the problem with picking up a launch guide. Like I have launch guides for Breath of the Wild that just there's DLC shit now. It's not. It's just not accurate anymore.
I got the launch guide, and then later I had to buy the upgraded guide that had the DLC shit in it.
Because it had the new shit. Yeah. Yuzo Koshiro's new Genesis shmup released first on Steam, with console and physical Genesis releases coming later. Koshiro's unhappy that the ROM is already leaked. Sorry, dude. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, and also maybe you should have not released it first on PC if you didn't want the ROM so easily leaked.
Maybe just put the ROM out there so people can get it.
Yeah, if you had sold the ROM individually, I bet people would have bought it so they could play it on their handheld devices or on their emulators or whatever they want to play it on.
You're saying that if I make things available for people to actually own, they'll still want to buy them instead of renting them from me? Is that what you're telling me right now?
It's a crazy idea, but I think it just might work.
I don't know. Let me go ask ChatGPT about this. I don't think this is...
Go ask Copilot.
Retro Games announced a new black edition of the C64 Mini that features only homebrew/indie games made in recent years. So that's cool.
That's really
I'm
neat.
seeing that.
I already have a
They're
C64
fun.
Mini, so I can't justify it, but I do want to try all those games on mine. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm interested in that.
Rare's 40th anniversary happened. 8BitDo and Microsoft are releasing a Rare-themed 8BitDo controller, which is kind of too subtle to really be that exciting to me.
Yeah.
It's almost too classy, you know?
The two of them are advertising it as the first third-party controller that can wirelessly turn on the Xbox. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but if it is,
I don't know either. Microsoft also released an official Evercade cart of Rare classics, which is pretty neat to see.
Yeah. Not something I
Ziff
expected from
Davis,
Microsoft.
all very unexpected. Ziff Davis is cutting jobs at IGN, and Digital Foundry split off from the company to go independent. That sucks for IGN.
Yeah.
As far as Digital Foundry, I don't always, in fact, a lot of the time I don't fully agree with a lot of their takes, but
Right.
they seem really passionate, and
Yeah.
I appreciate the work that they do, even if I don't personally agree with a lot of it.
Right.
They tend to be a little nitpicky for me.
Yeah. I do like
Um,
watching some of their nitpicking, even if it doesn't affect me at all. I'm glad that somebody
yeah.
is out there counting every individual pixel of every game.
Yeah, you tell me I got this many pixels, Digital Foundry's going to fucking prove that.
Oh, yeah.
And tell me if you're lying. They
Right.
do some, in any of their retro stuff is great
Oh,
because
yeah.
they get so deep. And I was watching one that they did on the PS3 launch games
yeah.
and the graphical fidelity and capabilities of PS3
Oh, yeah.
launch games. And it was just so
Yeah,
interesting.
they had one a little while back that was all of the PS3 games that actually supported full HD, which isn't a ton, but
Yes,
it
I
was
watched that
neat-
one. I watched
neat
that
breakdown.
one. It was. I might be talking about the same one.
Yeah.
Come to think of it. But yeah, it was really good. Nintendo has blocked their games from appearing in Japan's biggest charity speedrunning event because fuck charity.
Yeah.
Says Nintendo.
Basically, yeah.
Just fuck off, man.
It's
Nobody
a charity
cares.
event, guys.
Nobody cares about your shit.
Right.
Just fuck off.
Let people play ROMs, man.
God damn. Red Octane Games has been reborn. Who are they? Are they owned by Embracer right now? Is that
No,
who owns them?
they were owned by Activision. They were the company that
Okay.
had published Guitar Hero.
Yeah, they're the Guitar Hero people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they're making new rhythm games.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of all they said is they're going to make rhythm games, which I presume it's going to be guitar related. I hope, but we'll see.
The first time I had heard of Red Octane, which would have been a few years before Guitar Hero came out, was when they made the high end custom DDR mats, the ones that filled with foam so that they wouldn't slide around your floor when you were playing. And and I remember they were like $200 for each Red Octane DDR mat, but they were the premium. And one of my friends actually caved in and convinced his parents to buy the premium DDR mats, and they were super, super nice. And then the next time I heard of Red Octane was Guitar Hero, and everybody was like, "Who's this company that came out of nowhere?" I was like, "No, that's the DDR mat people. They're the ones that make the mats that we get to jump around like idiots on." But they've been committed to rhythm games for a long time, so I'm glad to see them come back. I'm shocked that Microsoft let them have that name, but you know.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked as well, but
Right.
you know, whatever. Video Game History Foundation has acquired the rights to Computer Entertainer magazine and has released it to the public for free. This is one of the very earliest
Yes.
computer gaming hobbyist publications.
Right.
And it's available online. You can go download it and read it, and it's really cool. They also did an interview with one of the founders of the
publication
work.
Yeah.
And so it was it's been really awesome.
Yeah.
To see them securing more stuff.
Right.
And
releasing
finally,
it for free too.
And really, yeah, when you just go look at it,
Right.
it's almost like a library that's preserving media,
That'd be weird.
despite what every corporation has to say about that. So, you know, Mike Choi has shown a prototype flip grip for the Switch 2. For people that don't know about the flip grip, it was really good. I have flip grip. I played a lot of Tate mode games on my
it's pronounced
Switch
taint
with it.
mode.
Oh, right. I played a bunch of taint mode games,
Yeah.
and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. Which brings us to our topic at hand.
It
Which
does.
which is Kirby, Krbay.
I don't even remember why I spelled it that way, but I remember
It
there was
was
something
spe-
we were
you know-
saying that made it make sense.
It was spelled that way on something I was looking online in a folder or something. And it said Kirby, and then we were saying Kirby for the rest of the night as we were deciding to do this. I think technically, I don't remember what we were calling this series. The last one we did was Samus. We were doing, I think we're calling it like character profile.
Yeah, something like that.
So this is character profile Kirby or whatever we called it before.
Yeah.
Just read the title, man. Let's just look down at your phone. Just look down, and then there you go. That's the title. You can read it. Synopsis.
What if I'm
He's
not
got
listening to this
maximum.
on my phone, Justin?
What are you listening to it on? Your creative Zen.
My Zune.
Your Zune will tell you the title.
Oh, good.
Synopsis. He's got maximum pink, which is a tagline that I always in my head mush together with a really awful Dane Cook joke.
Oh no!
And I'm not gonna repeat what it is, but
that you're not going to do that.
I think
no, that's
people can put
apparently a line from the theme song to the.
No, it is. I know the
cartoon.
Kirby Right Back at You theme song.
Yeah.
Because I watched some Kirby Right Back at You for the show, and it sucks.
My only introduction to Right Back at You is the one episode that came on the Wii disc for the anniversary collection.
There you go. Yeah, I guess most recently was Opa Opa was our most recent character profile.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Although I think we dropped whatever we called the Samus episode whenever we
I didn't
did
even
it.
remember us having a name for the thing.
I thought we had a name for it. It was like
No.
character profile or something.
I don't
Maybe
know.
not. Maybe not. Look, it's just Kirby. All right.
Yeah,
Kirby.
Kirby episode.
He's got
This is
maximum.
the
pink.
second Kirby episode. We did another Kirby episode, but that was a long time ago, and it doesn't count.
And that was about the games.
Yeah.
This is about
Also, it's in the before times. We didn't know what we were doing.
I almost said the man, the thing, the person, the Kirby,
the puffball.
the whatever he is.
Yes.
I have no idea. Whatever they are, I have no idea. I don't even know what pronouns to use.
Well,
Saturn-
I covered that. We have the pronouns.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
That we can get this all accurate. Give
Yeah.
me biographical info for Kirby.
So he's 8 inches tall, or 20 centimeters.
That cannot be right.
That's officially he is 8 inches tall, or 20 centimeters.
How tall is all the other people in his world?
Apparently around 8 inches.
They're teeny. I never knew that. They're
I didn't
teeny
either.
tiny?
His weight is unknown, but presumably light enough to be carried and to float. His age also unknown, but described as young in the Japanese documentation.
In the cartoon, he's very childlike.
Yeah.
So.
His gender also unknown, but according to the 20th anniversary encyclopedia, he uses masculine pronouns.
Right. Well, Nintendo of America wanted to put a big dick on him.
Yeah,
that was,
big
that
old
was
dick.
shot down.
The U.S. documentation for Kirby's Dream Land specifically referred to him as, quote, a spry little boy.
All right. You know what? He is spry.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I'll give him-
His skeletal structure was officially listed at one point as none, though you did also find that one picture of him that showed him with bones. And,
yes.
And we'll never forget that, because when you posted it in the chat, you said that the Kirby skeleton was bullshit because if he had that in Kirby's Dream Land, he would have crushed his boners.
He would crush his boners.
Yes.
Yeah. So for non-long-time Discord denizens, it would crush his boners with no E.
Yes.
Has been an ongoing Discord joke for a while. But you're
Oh, yeah.
correct. I don't understand. How are you going to draw him with a skeleton?
Right.
His boners would get crushed.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Anyway, also his diet is
Yep. Food, pastries,
Eats
the
things.
dishes, the tablecloth, the table, the
everything.
rock, the
enemies,
other creatures.
blocks, anything.
Is anything.
His abilities, he inhales things, mostly enemies or blocks, and sometimes inhales things like cars and vending machines.
Mm-hmm. Or yarn.
Or yarn, depending on the game.
Yeah.
Then he spits out stars made up of whatever he inhaled. He can fly by inhaling air and then becoming lighter than air. That doesn't make any sense, but that's how Kirby's work. He has copy abilities after the first game, and he also has basic punches, kicks, slides, etc. in most games.
He's also radical and does a form of extreme sports called air riding.
Oh, yes, that's true, yeah.
Extreme sports star.
Yeah,
Kirby.
he also is a mini golf aficionado.
Right.
And can play puzzle games.
I have a question before we get too far into this. Did you look at the Wikipedia for Kirby?
I did check it at one point, but I was using some other sources instead.
I need to share this image with you. Someone made this image. And it is to explain Kirby's copy ability. And this is like Wikimedia Commons, like someone made and contributed this, and it's this instructional image.
Diagram.
of a soulless Kirby eating a square block and then turning into a green Kirby with a sword because the block had a sword. It's very weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to remember to make it the episode art.
Yeah, that feels very like DMV art.
Yeah, it looks like a road sign
Yeah.
describing Kirby's copy abilities.
That's neat.
So yeah. Anyway, please continue.
Oh yeah. So he was created by Masahiro Sakurai at HAL Labs.
Heard of that person?
Yes.
He did only Kirby and is only known for that.
Yeah, only ever Kirby. That's the one thing he did.
Uh-huh.
He was very young when he did Kirby too.
Yeah.
Kirby is voiced by Makiko Omoto, and she has voiced Kirby in pretty much everything in every region. I think since the beginning. I think I saw there was like 1 or 2 appearances where she was unavailable and they had some other woman voice him, but she is pretty much the voice of Kirby. His first appearance
Until the Kirby Hollywood movie, and then he'll be voiced by Tom Holland. So everyone just relax. Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
or,
it would just be
I don't know.
It'll just be Chris Pratt again.
Right.
It'll be John
It's
Leguizamo.
me, Kirby.
Will voice Kirby. Man,
You know what? I'd be okay with that.
Danny DeVito should voice Kirby. That'd be okay.
I'd be okay with that too. It fits.
Yeah.
Fits perfectly.
The first appearance was Kirby's Dream Land back in April 27th of 1992. Most recent appearance is Kirby and the Forgotten Land: Star-Crossed World, which is releasing later this month on the Switch 2.
Oh, I forgot that there's new Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yes, that's just additional DLC content.
It's
but
it was like DLC
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah, but it is
so
Switch
the
2
last, like,
exclusive DLC.
What was the last like full game we got that was not
Forgotten
just
Land.
DLC? Was it Forgotten Land? It's
I
been a
believe
few
so.
years then. That was like 2020-ish.
Was it that long ago?
What I feel like it's been a few years. I'm trying. Let me look. I'm gonna look because it's been a
That was
minute.
2022 is when Forgotten Land
Okay,
came out.
all right. Still,
Yeah, it's still been a few years, but yeah.
It's been a few years. Yeah. First encounters. My first Kirby and only Kirby game for years was Dream Course.
The most prototypical Kirby game.
So Kirby to me was mini golf. I didn't know that Kirby existed outside of mini golf, and when Smash Brothers came out, I was like, it sure is weird that this mini golf guy is in there. Why not any of the other characters from that mini golf game? They're all equally interesting as this weird pink one.
I mean, there were some others in there.
And then my next Kirby game that I owned, bought, and played was Epic Yarn.
God, why would you do this to yourself?
I just never got a Kirby game.
Oh man, you never
I just
emulated
never
one?
did. You know what it was is it Superstar, the one on Super Nintendo that's just a bunch of mini games.
Yeah, that one's great.
I would every time I'd be like, what's a good Kirby game? People would be like, oh, Superstar's the
That's
best one.
Yeah.
And I would go play it, and it was just kind of a bunch of mini games, and I was like, all right, so it's mini golf,
Not
mini
really
games.
a bunch of mini games. It's a bunch of full length games.
Yeah, I just didn't. I just wanted like a regular platformer.
Adventure
and it,
would be the next best one.
and it, yeah, that's the one I should have gone to.
Yeah.
And I just never got around to it. You know, it's just one of
No.
those things where I just didn't care. I don't know. I didn't give a shit. I don't know.
You've gotten
I don't
around to
know.
it now.
Yes, I have played some Kirby's now.
Good.
I want to say, no, I was going to say, I think I played Return to Dreamland on Wii, but I did not. My brother
That's so
played it,
good.
and I watched him play it, and I was like, all right, goodbye.
I think the Switch port of that might have come out after Forgotten Land, actually.
You know what? I own like 2 or 3 of the Switch Kirby games, not Forgotten Land, because there's been several on Switch.
Yeah. There was Star Allies and
Yeah. I still haven't played.
I think Star Allies, Forgotten Land, and the Return to Dreamland remaster are the 3 that are on Switch.
You know what I played a lot of? Dream Course.
On Super NES?
No, not Dream Course. Rainbow, the drawy one. on Wii U.
The Rainbow Curse, yeah.
Rainbow Curse, not
Hey,
Dream Course.
So
Rainbow
just
Curse on
every
Wii U.
non-standard Kirby game.
Yes, I
Okay.
don't know. Every time I would go to get around to Kirby, it's like, all right, what's the newest Kirby? Cool, I'll check that out. All right, I'm drawing a rainbow line. I'm playing mini golf. When I got my Game Boy Pocket, not my original, but several years ago, I picked up Star Stacker.
God.
So just never fucking got around to.
Yeah, I love Zelda. I played a lot of crossbow training.
Yeah, it's great. played so much. What was the costume one on 3DS?
Oh,
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
But yeah, that one. No, I just always ended up on the non-standard Kirby
It's
games.
weird.
I don't remember why.
I
just kind of always
I
happened that way.
I had not. I wasn't initially interested in Kirby just because I thought it was a kids game, and I was at
Sure.
that perfect age to be like, I'm too big for kids games.
Yeah, and to be fair, it is.
Yeah. Some of them are definitely. Some of them are more general audience games.
Sure.
So I'd not bothered to try any of them. Then when I was testing Game Boy emulators, it would have been in like 97, 98, something like that. I had just downloaded whatever ROMs my sad 56K dial-up connection could get me.
Right.
Each one would take 15, 20 minutes to get a Game Boy ROM, but I'd grab what I could during the times that I could be on the internet. And so I had grabbed Kirby as one of them and tried it out, and I was like, well, that's a cute little fun game. It's a little too simplistic, but I can see where they're going with it. And then I tried Kirby's Adventure on an NES emulator shortly after that, and was like, oh no, that's a full-featured game. That one's fucking good. And so then I became interested in the series. I think I rented Superstar shortly after that because if people don't remember, Superstar was such a late Super NES release that it was basically still current in the N64 era.
Yeah.
So I had played that and then just got super into the series and grabbed as many of them as I could.
I wonder, because I was really into the N64. I wonder, because Kirby wasn't super well represented on the N64.
Kirby 64 was the one on N64.
Kind of it. And then
And I didn't really care for Kirby
GameCube.
64.
GameCube only got Air Ride.
Yeah, only
Was there
Air
an
Ride.
actual Kirby game?
No, just Air Ride.
Like N64 to GameCube, I was really into both those systems, and so I wonder if maybe that's also why he was just kind of a tertiary character to me.
He was kind of forgotten during that era. Like there was the GBA port of the NES game and Super NES games. And that was about it.
Yeah.
Until the Wii.
Yeah. Yep. So that was
So
maybe that's
dark
maybe that's
era
why.
for Kirby, unfortunately.
It was. It was a little bit of a little dark area. And then after that, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I did play the NES game on Wii U Virtual Console. And I played 2 or 3 Worlds, and I was like, that's fine.
The 3DS port of the NES game is excellent with the 3D effects. And
Oh,
everything.
yeah, they did a 3D Classics one. I
Yes.
got that too.
That was
I got
really
that
good.
too. And played 2 or 3 Worlds and was like, that's fine. Yeah, that was just. I just wanted to make you sadder.
Oh, you've accomplished it. It's fine.
Did it work?
Oh yeah.
I love Kirby. I like the Kirby I played. I really liked Epic Yarn, honestly. Epic Yarn was great. It's a
Epic
great
Yarn
game.
is so bad.
What? Bad? What?
It's just such a.
You mean bad like good, like Lucas from The Wizard?
No, it's just kind of a weak Kirby game.
Yeah, I couldn't go back to it. I went back to it to try to play it, and I kept falling asleep playing it.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's so cute though.
It is cute. I'll give
It's
it
so
that. It's extra cute.
Fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about development and creation of Kirby.
So he was originally created as a placeholder sprite by Masahiro Sakurai.
That explains so much.
Yep, they were making a game that eventually they had called it Twinkle Popo. I think it had a different name before that, but I forgot to write it down. But they were developing this game, and they had made this little placeholder sprite, and they decided they just loved this little placeholder sprite. He was the best, so they had renamed him to Twinkle Popo, and they were going to call the game Twinkle Popo. And then at the very last minute, right before release, Nintendo of America jumped in and was like, no,
That's not going to fly in the U.S.
we're not going to
market.
call the game Twinkle Popo.
Yeah. Immediately, every playground would call it Twinkle Poo Poo, and no
Yes.
one would play it.
Yeah. So Sakurai says that he developed much of the original game on a Sharp Twin Famicom. And
All right.
I don't know why he would have developed it on a Famicom. I don't know if there was like some internal Game Boy development kit that plugged into a Famicom, but that's what he says he developed it on. But because the Sharp Twin Famicom didn't support the Famicom keyboard that the standard Famicom supported, he had to use the on-screen keyboard for much of the game's development. And that sounds like hell to me.
I'm sorry. He had to program on that?
Yeah.
Why,
It has been said many times that Sakurai is some sort of like robot, and this only further
Yeah.
confirms this for me. HAL had planned on publishing the game themselves, as they did with most of their games up to that point, but retailers weren't showing much interest in the game just because of how cutesy and childlike it was.
Sure.
But they didn't want to waste all that work, so they asked Nintendo if they'd be interested in taking over publishing. And that's when Nintendo of America jumped in and was like, no. We're not calling the game Twinkle Popo. So they demanded the game's name be changed. The myth is that the game was named after Nintendo of America lawyer John Kirby, who had defended them in the Universal v Nintendo suit.
The Donkey Kong case.
Yeah, over Donkey Kong. Miyamoto and Sakurai both say that it was purely coincidence that he was named Kirby. Apparently, there was a poll of Nintendo of America with a list of possible names that he could be, and Kirby was the one that won. And maybe he was added to that poll because of John Kirby, and Miyamoto and Sakurai just didn't know. But
maybe the person writing it had just seen his name, or knew him in the office, or it's just one of those things.
Yeah. However, on other occasions, Miyamoto has said that it was partially in honor of John Kirby because Miyamoto cannot keep a story straight.
I'm convinced that it is. I mean, I think what we've discovered is the man's just kind of an asshole. I think in a whimsical kind of way. As he chain smokes and yells at you about trees and measures your desk and shit. But I think
maybe Miyamoto is why we know Kirby is 8 inches, because he pulled out his ruler.
The phrase "Kirby is 8 inches" is making me uncomfortable to begin with.
Kirby's going to give you all 8 inches.
But I'm convinced that he does these nonstop lies on purpose. It's just got to be on purpose.
I don't know if they're lies so much as just contradictions, just constantly contradicting his own story.
Yeah, I don't know that I would give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think intentionally saying something contrary to what you said before is kind of the definition of lying.
Well, it depends on if you believed it. Because if you yourself are now believing this contradictory story, I don't know that that's a lie.
If there's a guy in game development that's high on his own supply, it's Kojima, and then it's Miyamoto.
Yes.
So, all right, I'll give you that.
Yeah. So Sakurai says that the character was always intended to be pink. And that's how he was always colored in all of Sakurai's promotional art and concept art. And you can see that in all the pre-release Japanese information. You can see his original concept art. Miyamoto thought that Kirby was always meant to be yellow, which inspired the character Kirby, who appeared in Dream Course and since in every multiple other games. Anytime they need multiple Kirbys, the second or more Kirbys are always yellow, and apparently his name is Kirby, which I did not know until researching this.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a name. I just called him Yellow Kirby.
Right, yeah, I always just thought it was
Yellow Kirby,
too.
Green Mario, Purple Yoshi, whatever.
Poor Green Mario. The original Japanese box art for the game did show him in his original pink color. Nintendo of America, however, opted to give him a white color on the international box art in order to avoid alienating young male players, because, as we know, young men in America specifically, but in the West in general, are allergic to pink.
In case anyone's wondering about, how we got to where we are culturally today, it's because of shit like this. I don't know, you can't.
This is just another stepping stone along the way.
Yeah, this is you see when you start to see the warning signs,
right? Once the console started supporting color, though, they couldn't hide that he was pink, and so since then he has been pink in all regions. In addition to miscoloring Kirby, Nintendo of America also spent many years trying to market Kirby as being more aggressive or angry in order to appeal to young American boys specifically.
Yes.
The European box art didn't always do that.
Sure, we've all seen the angry Kirby box art comparisons.
And this is mostly in advertisements. We'd mentioned the Play It Loud episode a couple weeks ago. The ridiculous Kirby ads and how aggressive they were.
Yeah.
But then in the box art, starting in the Game Boy Advance and GameCube era, you started to see aggressive Kirby there too.
It felt like, from a marketing perspective, I get it. The vibe of like, he's pink and thus must be feminine, so we'll overcome it by making him overly
angry.
Aggressive. It's kind of the same thing as like how movies have like a giant biker dude and they call him tiny.
Yeah.
It's one of these,
or how they give Pikachu giant tits.
Yeah, or how they put Huge titties on Pikachu. It's my new screen name, Big Titty Pikachu. I'm gonna change it.
I'm sorry,
in the
that name's
Discord.
already been taken.
Oh shit! Was it by you?
No, by 1,000 other people. Also, Kirby's Avalanche, which is just a Western rebrand of Puyo Puyo 2, which never was released in Japan. Kirby's Avalanche, the Kirby version of it, only ever released in the West, has in-game dialogue that makes Kirby sound like a total dickhead towards everyone. So if you play that game, the other characters would be like, "I'll beat you," and Kirby would be like, "Not if I can help it, you jerk." And so that also helped, power this mythos of angry, aggressive Kirby that only ever existed in the West. I did find this fan-made box art that I included in the notes for you.
She says Kirby's fucking pissed. And it's got an angry red-faced Kirby with rows of teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth that seem to circle his esophagus. And he has run over a crying Waddle Dee in the background there.
I do love Kirby's fucking pissed. That was my favorite Kirby game. It's also rated AO for adults only.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen the Kirby's fucking pissed box art, go look it up. It's great.
All right.
But no, Sakurai has said that in several interviews that Kirby's simple design and ability to fly were core to the character's concept and being something that anybody could just pick up and play and associate with. That was always the goal, was just being a simple game that anyone could pick up, play, regardless of how many games they've played in the past. But he also wanted it to be fun enough for people who have played games so they could still just jump in. And that I feel like that's a pretty good description of how Kirby has continued to be for the last 30 plus years.
As a parent with a kid who has wanted to play video games before, and usually she doesn't give a shit about anything that I like,
right.
Video game wise. But every now and then she'll be like, I want to play some games like you play. Yeah. And so Kirby has become a go-to for me.
Oh, yeah.
And it has been interesting. She's been playing Kirby games since her first one was Rainbow Curse.
Yeah.
On Wii U. She loved that. She couldn't play it for shit because one, it's a really fucking hard game.
Right.
But that was her first, and then she got Return to Dreamland on Switch, the remaster, re-release or whatever of that. And she's played several Kirby games. Kirby on NES, I remember she played.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it's been interesting seeing a very young human just kind of innately understand Kirby's abilities.
Right, yeah.
And stuff that has always confused me because I kind of came to Kirby after being an adult. Stuff like the up to float, which has always felt weird and wrong.
Which they've gotten rid of over the years. That was only in the first few games.
But seeing her just kind of innately take to these Kirbyisms and just sort of accept these things about this character and never have any questions about like why this weird pink puffball is inhaling people and then stealing their powers. It's just like, so Kirby does. Yeah. It's fine. So I do think there's something about the design that lends itself well to his strange list of abilities. Yeah. That works and makes him feel weirdly universal.
There is some magic in the mix of simplicity and charm that makes it real easy for anybody to mess with.
And they've also used it too because for people that didn't follow Kirby games, they get real weird. They started doing weird shit with Kirby for a while. Because, and I'm not even talking about spin-off games. I mean like Planet Robobot or whatever on 3DS and just weird stuff like that where no one's ever like, why is Kirby yarn now? Why is Kirby in a robot now? You're just like, what's Kirby?
Who's fine. Kirby's going to do what Kirby wants to do.
Yeah, and so nobody, it's that same thing where like, all of a sudden Superman has ice breath and everyone has a million questions about where the ice breath come from and why did you see this doesn't make any sense or whatever. Kirby, they're just like, he drives robots now, and you're like, yep, all right, that makes sense. That's cool. He's a pink puffball from space, drives robots. Okay, let's party.
And then he'll just go defeat some eldritch apocalyptic demon.
Or a tree.
Or one on the way to the other.
Anyway, let's talk evolution of Kirby over the years, which I see is not an incredibly long section because, spoiler, he's still a pink puffball.
Yeah, and also all the evolutions, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have been one-offs, like rolled back after that one thing, like being Yarn.
Yes. He's no longer Yarn. He's been de-Yarn.
Yeah, he was briefly Yarn. He got better. So the first major evolution was the adoption of copy abilities, which didn't
Right.
appear in the first game. They didn't appear until Kirby's Adventure. It allows them to swallow inhaled enemies and gain their powers. And this was further evolved in Superstar when he got the different hats based on the abilities he copied, which is an important part of Kirby.
Hmm.
And I refuse to accept anyone who says otherwise. And of course, new copy abilities have been added throughout the series. There's
Right.
a bunch of them at this point.
What is your favorite copy ability?
Wheel.
The where you turn into a little flaming tire?
It was just a regular tire.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the.
There's the burning wheel, which is the flaming tire. But
That's my
I'm
favorite.
and that one's also great. But I just the standard wheel is. I just love driving around as Kirby. That's great.
Either that or just classic Sword Kirby. That's my.
Sword
that's my
Kirby's
favorite.
good. I like Laser Kirby is pretty good.
I do also, as a kid, my favorite was Stone Kirby.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Because it was so useful
Oh, yeah.
in Dream Course.
Yeah, well, it's useful in everything.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Anyway.
Oh yeah, so there have been some minor evolutions, like the ability to squish under platforms or slide. You know, all that's changed from game to game. As we mentioned, he used to just press up to float. Now you jump to float, which I guess is technically a change.
Yeah.
But most of it's all just been game specific stuff. There's been some helpers in some games like GUI or the copy characters, but they've come and gone. And then in some of the games, he has a shield similar to the one he has on Smash Brothers, where he can hold a trigger button and he just suddenly has a shield for a second. But that also seems to be hit or miss. So many of his abilities just like pop in for a game and then are gone in the next one. So it's hard to say definitively beyond copy abilities. That's the only one that showed up and has stuck permanently in all of them.
It's Kirby's very like a toyetic action figure design of like this week he can have Kung Fu Grip. Next week he can be, Scuba Kirby.
Right.
Kirby. I can't speak all of a sudden. The week after that he can be Astronaut Kirby, and it all just is fine.
And he's very malleable, which makes sense because he looks like he's made out of clay or something.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. That's true. Let's talk non-Kirby video game appearances.
Mostly Smash Brothers.
Yeah, which are. I see people argue about whether they are or are not honorary Kirby games.
Yeah, I've had that discussion with people before.
And Kirby is always kind of the main character in them.
Frequently, yeah, which makes sense. It's made by Sakurai as well, so
sure, yeah,
he's gonna put his boy in there. His spry little boy. But and the Smash games feel very Kirby-like in their gameplay. Being able to float and a lot of the abilities that Kirby gets in there feels very native to his own games. So I can get it. And he's also appeared in Link's Awakening as an enemy. He appeared in Pokemon Stadium as just a cameo. He also made a cameo in Arcana, which is a game that a lot of people forget. Which
what the fuck is that?
It is a RPG on the Super NES that HAL put out. That your character's HP and MP and stats and everything are represented by tarot cards on the screen all the time. And I always thought that was a really cool aesthetic.
I'm looking this up. That's terrible cover art.
Oh yeah, the cover art's just awful. But the game itself is it's kind of mediocre. It's all right, but it's got some really neat aesthetics for the era, and so I've always had a warm spot for it.
Yeah.
And outside of video games, we got the anime Kirby Right Back At You.
Oh yeah, Right Back At You, which is on archive.org, and it's shitty.
It is there.
It's not. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sakurai was involved relatively heavily in the development of the series, but it's still considered non-canon. Mostly because it's a kid's cartoon, doesn't always make sense.
I watched an episode or two and got bored. It's very kid oriented.
There's also been some Kirby manga series. Most of those were not released outside of Japan.
We've not been treated to them like we have the Zelda manga and the Mario manga and stuff that we've gotten. I think Dark Horse publishes those now. I think they're still available. The Link to the Past manga, and then the Super Mario Brothers, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Adventures, I think it was.
Yeah. But I would like to see the Kirby ones.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Was there ever even Nintendo Power Kirby comics?
Not that I remember. I mean, there might have been, but if it was after I stopped subscribing.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, as far as legacy, they still do Kirby? He's
Yeah,
still around?
yeah.
He's still, I would say, probably bigger than ever.
Yeah, he's definitely one of Nintendo's tentpole characters at this point.
I mean, Forgotten Land was big enough to be getting DLC years later on Switch 2. Kirby stars even more heavily in the latest Smash Brothers. We got Return to Dreamland on Switch. Kirby's...
He's definitely Nintendo's biggest second-party character.
Did they do a Kirby collection on Switch, or am I just thinking of the Wii one?
The Wii was the last one that I remember.
I must be thinking of the Wii one, which was cute, but if I remember right, just a collection of ROMs on a CD, which, to be fair, is better than we get these days.
Yeah.
These days we get to rent our ROMs from Nintendo.
It's also the only way to play Game Boy Virtual Console on the Wii, is on that Kirby disc.
Oh, yeah, they didn't have Game Boy on VC back then, did they?
And it had those two, and the Kirby's Dream Land 2 on there even had full Super Game Boy support with the border and the colors and everything.
Yeah, they had C64 and Turbo on Wii VC, but not Game Boy.
Yep.
Weirdly enough.
And also MSX.
Yeah, MSX was also there, wasn't it?
Not in America, but it was in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, they had some weird... Virtual Console was so fucking weird.
Oh,
what a weird, wild, wonderful era that we didn't appreciate enough, and now it's gone.
I appreciate it enough. I spent way too much money on Virtual Console, sir.
I keep thinking about picking up Forgotten Land. I played a bit of it on an emulator, and I liked it, and it was fun. And just like every other Kirby game, I played a bit, and I was like, that's cool, and then put it down and went and just did other shit, and just didn't.
Those earliest Kirby games are the ones that stick with me. So Adventure and Superstar and the first couple of Dreamland games, those are the ones that when I pick them up, I want to complete them because they're good enough. But the ones since then, I am kind of the same way, where I'll pick them up, play them for a while, and kind of put them down just because I kind of lose interest. They're just a little too simple.
Yeah, and I always struggle to put my finger on exactly what it is, but I think it might be a simplicity thing. I don't want to be that person that's like, it's too easy. It's, you know, because I'm also the person that's like, things are too hard. I don't like that.
Yeah, I enjoy things being easy. It just doesn't feel incredibly engaging because it's just a touch too simple.
Yeah. But yeah,
they're still just so charming that I love them.
Yeah, I need to go back and play the Game Boy Kirby's. I don't think I've ever actually given them a shot outside of just kind of goofing off on them for a few minutes.
Well, that first one you can beat in like 15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. That's a short-ass game.
It's only 4 stages. It's very short.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize how short it was.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. What do you know? As far as final thoughts, Kirby's cool. I like Kirby. Even though I've not played as many Kirby games as I probably should and probably would enjoy. And I will say Dream Course is still one of my favorite Kirby games.
It is a fun one.
That one still holds up. Also, Kirby's Pinball.
My first interaction with Dream Course was on an emulator, and they had not yet gotten around the DRM in the game yet. And I don't know if you've ever played that game with its copy protection intact.
No, what does it do?
It doesn't ever refill your remaining shots.
Oh, shit.
So you run out real quick, and then you just can't progress.
So you just thought it was impossible.
Yeah, I thought it was an impossible game.
You know, Kirby known for these impossibly difficult games.
I was very confused.
I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say a thing and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I might like Kirby spin-off games. I just like them on the whole more than.
Well, they're the only ones you've played, so it makes sense.
True. Well, I've dabbled in the other ones, but I just never stick with them. I love Dream Course. I like Rainbow Curse. I like Star Stacker. I like Kirby's Pinball. I you know what? I might love Air Ride. I should go give it a shot.
Oh, it's pretty fun. It's also super basic though. It's a one-button racing game.
I do remember when it came out, the reviews were like, "It's fine, but is this it?"
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. Especially since it was $50 at release. It did not feel like $50.
Well, I got my copy for the low price of free $99.
Oh, that's a good price.
So it should be good. But you know what's not free $99, Saturn?
Not our show. Our show is free.
Is our free $99?
Yeah,
not $3.99.
No, our show is free.
Oh, our Patreon.
Oh yeah, your Patreon
is not free $99.
Well, you can get the free Patreon feed too.
That's true. You can subscribe to us on Patreon for free.
Yeah.
But you're just gonna get the main show, which you can get on the RSS feed. So just do that instead. But yeah, we have Patreon, patreon.com/retro warriors. You can get cool things like Talking Wizards and Read Along and all the other things that we do that I remember in totality right now. Uncut versions of this show where I talk about harming myself with a bug zapper on accident. And yeah, so we would love to have your patronage.
Yeah.
Just like the following patrons, starting with Andy Kwong.
And /dev/pie.
Christopher Crook.
Inbox Monkey.
Frowning Brownie.
JS.
Lee Madden.
Luke Saracen Clark.
Retro Brick Gamer.
And Hamburglar's Conjugal Visit.
Would it be with a hamburger, you think? Or
I don't know. I hope it's not with Birdie the Early Bird.
Oh, no.
She looks too young.
Oh, this got gross and weird. I don't like this version of the McDonald's Playland.
Maybe it's 20 years later and they're all grizzled and jaded.
I keep seeing that meme that's like, never forget what they took from you. And it's like a current shitty modern looking McDonald's next to an old school play place McDonald's. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I want to say, I don't know how to Excel very well.
Yeah.
And I think for a little bit, some of our names weren't in the hat. So I'm going to try to pick names I haven't heard in a while for the next couple episodes to make it up to people.
I feel like you fall into this habit every now and then. It's because you don't want to ask your wife for help, isn't it?
No, I ask her and she comes up and she's like, you just got to do a V lookup on the second tab of the, and I'm like, I don't stop wasting your words on my dumb brain. I can't do any of this. And she's made it too complicated for me. That's the problem. There was a time when we literally drew names out of a hat. I had a physical hat.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we put names in it and we would draw them.
Yeah.
Patreon made us quit doing it because we were giving away free games.
Oh, that's right.
And they said we cannot run contests on the show.
What dicks.
Even though, I don't know. Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb, Patreon. That was dumb. You heard me. I'm biting the hand that feeds. Anyway, please go to our Patreon, patreon.com/retrowarriors. You can give us money for the show, and we would appreciate you immensely. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yes.
That's it. That's
Goodbye.
The whole show. We did it.
It's our new sign off.
We just sadly say goodbye. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. And as always,
let us cling together.